want to tell you a story. It's about two friends who started out at the exact same place in life, but one chose to chase fast money, while the other was just looking for long-term freedom. What happened over the next decade and a half is, honestly, a powerful lesson in what it really means to be wealthy. So, let's fast forward a few years. By age 30, on the surface, it looked like there was no contest. You've got Ryan, who is the picture of success, right? The $90,000 car, the slick downtown apartment. He's the guy everyone on social media wants to be. And then you've got Daniel. He's kind of just there, taking the train to work, living in a normal apartment, totally off the radar. But here's where the story gets really interesting. Just 15 years after that snapshot, their lives had done a complete 180. Ryan was completely broke, drowning in debt, while Daniel was financially free. So what happened? How could things flip so dramatically? Okay, let's rewind. To really get it, we have to go all the way back to the beginning. The story kicks off in Chicago. Ryan and Daniel, they're best friends. Fresh out of college, they've got the same degree, and they land jobs with the exact same solid salary, $65,000 a year. They are standing on the exact same starting line. But right from the jump, you see the difference in how they thought. Ryan was all about one thing. He said it himself, "I want money fast." He wasn't interested in the slow, boring route. He wanted it now. Daniel, though, he had a totally different endgame. For him, money wasn't the goal itself. It was a tool to buy freedom from having a boss, freedom from stress. And that one little difference in their core philosophy, well, it sent them down two completely different paths. And that brings us to their first huge decision. This is where those philosophies really turn into action. Ryan, as you might guess, went straight for the hype. Daniel, on the other hand, chose a quiet, almost invisible system. So Ryan dives headfirst into the world of day trading. He's glued to these YouTube videos, you know the ones, with guys in Lambos promising you can turn a few $1,000s into a fortune overnight. It's exciting, it feels like a secret code, and he's all in, starting with $5,000. Now, compare that to Daniel's approach. It is almost painfully simple. Step 1, set up an automatic $500 a month investment. That money goes into broad market index funds. That's it. No trying to be a genius, no checking stocks all day. His whole strategy is just consistency, week after week, month after month. It's boring, but as we'll see, boring works. Now, for a while there, it really looked like Ryan had made the right call. But here's a secret about getting rich quick. Sometimes the absolute worst thing that can happen to you is to succeed right away. It's a trap. I mean, check this out. In just a few months, Ryan turns that initial $5,000 into $20,000. He feels like a genius, like he's cracked the code. And the wins just keep stacking up. His account explodes to $80,000. And with every single win, his confidence just swells. He starts to believe it's not luck. No, he's just smarter than everybody else. But here's the cold, hard truth of the matter. Trying to perfectly time the market, it's a fool's errand. It really is like trying to guess which elevator will show up first. You're just gambling. And what looks like amazing skill is almost always just being in the right place at the right time. It's luck. And this chart, wow, it shows you the whole story after just 1 year. Ryan's portfolio is this massive skyscraper. Daniel's, you can barely even see it. From the outside, Ryan looks like a legend, and Daniel looks like he's being left in the dust. So, feeling invincible, Ryan quits his job at 25 to trade full-time, and he immediately levels up his entire life. The fancy car, the expensive apartment, this is classic lifestyle inflation. The problem? The trap? His income was now a total wild card. But those huge monthly bills for the car and the rent, they were fixed. They were coming due no matter what. And now we get to the next chapter of the story. Because the market, well, the market always gets the last word. It has a brutal way of humbling anyone who thinks they've got it all figured out. And then, just like that, Ryan's hot streak goes cold. The losses start piling up and panic kicks in. He falls into this psychological pitfall called revenge trading. He starts making bigger, crazier bets, desperately trying to win back what he lost. But it just digs the hole deeper. And just look at how fast it all unraveled. From a peak of $300,000, his portfolio was cut in half in just a couple of months. And a few months after that, almost completely wiped out. Years of work gone.
And here's the knockout punch. His trading income went to zero. But those expenses, the rent, the car payment, that $5,700 a month was still due. The beautiful cage he built for himself had just slammed shut.
Okay, so while Ryan's world is completely imploding, let's check back in with Daniel. What's he been up to? Well, he just kept going. Same automatic investment, month after month, year after year. This is where the tortoise starts to make his move. The legendary investor Charlie Munger had this famous saying, "The first 100,000 is a beast." And he was right, because in the beginning, it's all you. It's your savings doing the work. But once you cross that threshold, this magical force called compounding really takes over. It's like rolling a snowball down a hill. Your money starts making its own money. And here it is, the final scorecard at age 45. It's just staggering. Ryan is back at a regular job, but he's $80,000 in debt. Daniel, on the other hand, thanks to that slow, steady, boring consistency, is sitting on nearly $1 million. And this really gets to the core of it. Ryan was chasing a high income, and it vanished. Daniel was focused on building actual wealth. And what is wealth? It's not your paycheck, it's having assets, things that make money for you even when you're sleeping. You know, in the end, the market doesn't care how fast you are. It rewards patience. It rewards time. As the saying goes, trading can make you rich once, but investing can keep you rich forever. So what's the big takeaway from this whole story? It's simple, really. Stop chasing money. It's a race you'll probably lose. Instead, focus on building assets piece by piece. You do that, and eventually you won't have to chase money anymore because it will start chasing you.